Up now and is ready. And the fillies are set for the first, the Acorn Stakes. And ready to go. Light on, racing. Smooth Bay in the middle, jumped out okay. Dark Witch began well with Jasmine Crown, Mentat Duke. Emerald Rose was a little slow. It's back towards the tail end. Golden Prayer going through very quickly as the early leader, with Spanglet going up on the outside of it. And those fillies have broken away about 3 lengths in front now from Smooth Bay in third placing. Dark Witch on the outside. So Emotional back on the inside, just nickled that slightly, and they're followed then by Fairy Angel, Jasmine Crown, Birchway the outside, then Mentat's Girl. Further back in the field, Vain Twig is a fair way from the leaders, and they're well clear of Pepper's Show, followed then by Bow Sind, and Emerald Rose is a long last. Around the home turn, Spanglet moved up to Golden Prayer. Smooth Bay's gone up quickly on the outside of those. Then So Emotional, and further back in the field is Birchway from Mentat's Girl, with about 200 metres left to go now. And moving up on the outside, Smooth Bay has taken the lead. Drawn away now from Spanglet, Golden Prayer, and then So Emotional. But Smooth Bay's coming clear for a very soft win. Smooth Bay makes it 4 in a row, winning by about 2.5 to Spanglet. So Emotional third, in front of Vain Twig, which has run on for fourth, and then came Pepper's Show. It's made up some ground on the outside. Behind those to finish then Golden Prayer, weakening out of it, and they're followed in then by Fairy Angel and Birchway. A break to Jasmine Crown, Mentat's Girl, Bow Sind, and well back in the field to finish here Dark Witch with Emerald Rose, last all the way after being slow out of the stalls. Rocklayer is in, so they're all in, set to go. Second of the day, 1400, there's the light, and they're away. And Rufus Ruler's missed the start fairly badly, about 3 or 4 lengths. Très Risqué back there with it. And first out is True Label, jumped out very quickly and up on top of the hill, leads by 3/4 now to Washington State, moving into second placing. Freud's Way ripping round the outside up into second place, and they're followed then by Heavy Harry on the rails. Back on the outside, Dunoon Dundee and Longview in the centre. About 2 lengths to Sibilant Tone, and then Wonder Super Move of the rails, followed by Rocklayer, Très Risqué, and Good Steel and Rufus Ruler, the last pair. With about 900 to go, True Label about ahead in front of Freud's Way. They've gone along fairly hard, 800 left to go. 2.5 or 3 lengths back is Heavy Harry on the inside of Washington State, who's had a good run. They're followed then 2 lengths back by, on the inside, Longview, Dunoon Dundee the outside. A length and 3/4 behind those, Sibilant Tone, Super Mover, hard ridden on the rails, and then Rocklayer, followed by Très Risqué. A long way out of it is Good Steel and Rufus Ruler, 15 off the leader. True Label before the home turn, 400 to go, leads about a half length. Freud's Way dropping out, and Washington State moved up to second now. Heavy Harry travelling well behind the leader, and further back is Dunoon Dundee and Sibilant Tone, who bumped in the straight. True Label is the leader from Washington State under the whip. Heavy Harry can get into the clear now, and then Dunoon Dundee, but True Label nicely clear, 150 out, still about a length in front. Heavy Harry is slowly but surely bridging the gap. Super Mover late. Heavy Harry raced up, took the lead, draws away, and Heavy Harry goes on to win by a length and a quarter to True Label. 2 lengths away third is Super Mover, and there followed Dunoon Dundee. In behind those, Longview, Washington State knocked up badly in the run home, followed by Rocklayer. Next in the field, Très Risqué, Sibilant Tone, and then came Rufus Ruler, Good Steel and Freud's Way. Is ready. Broralas is set in the stalls. Never Jane comes up with Pretty Tidy. And there's 3 to move in. Frosty Dancer is ready. And it's Merry Laughter and Lady Lindblom, the last 2 to move up into the stalls. Now Merry Laughter comes up, and Lady Lindblom to link into the outside stall. Lady Lindblom comes up on the outside, and the field is ready. Third of the day. Oh, now Pretty Tidy reared and is sat down in the stalls here. He made after the running of the event. At this stage, we still have 5 or 6 of them in the stalls. Broralas away with Lady Lindblom and Merry Laughter, 2 of those riderless. Brewer Ass is ready. Mary Laughter's come back into the stalls, and Lady Lindblom, the last of them, coming up. And the select handicap field is ready once more. Repeating pretty tidy, the late was drawn at 1:32, light on, and they're away. And they've jumped away to a reasonably good line. Lady Lindblom snagged out to the rear with Brewer Lass, and one of the first out is 'Tis the Season. Regular Planet jumped away nicely today up second. Fairy Bowers in on the rails third, followed by Impulsive Bitter Never Jane. Then 2 lengths to Brewer Lass, getting up on the inside of Frosty Dancer. Mary Laughter the outside of those two. And Lady Lindblom about 2 1/4 away last of all, about 10 or 12 from the leader. At the 1400 metre mark, that's 'Tis the Season out in front, about 1 1/4 length Impulsive Bitter. Fairy Bower third, the inside. Regular Planet a neck away the outside. 2 lengths then to Never Jane. Brewer Lass the inside rail. Mary Laughter still 3 wide. About 1 length behind those is Frosty Dancer. 2 lengths to Lady Lindblom. Haven't gone particularly hard up on top of the hill. And the leader 'Tis the Season 3/4 of a length clear from Impulsive Bitter. Fairy Bower third, the inside, being followed then by Regular Planet. Back behind those Never Jane over on the outside, which has pulled a bit. On the rails is Brewer Lass, and then Mary Laughter, who's had a hard run, followed by Frosty Dancer and Lady Lindblom back at the rear. About 8 to 10 lengths from the leader. At the 800 metre mark, and 'Tis the Season is a narrow leader, about a neck in front of Impulsive Bitter. Never Jane's gone up to third, the outside, and then Fairy Bower on the rails. Followed then by Regular Planet, who's gone past her, and back behind those Mary Laughter, Frosty Dancer, and then about 1.5 lengths behind those Lady Lindblom and Brewer Lass had dropped out to last. Nearing the home turn now, and they've sprinted here in the last couple of 100 metres. Up towards the bend, 'Tis the Season, about a neck in front from Impulsive Bitter. 2 lengths to Never Jane. Fairy Bower the rails, and back behind those Mary Laughter, Lady Lindblom. In the straight now, and with 200 to go, 'Tis the Season, about a neck in front. Impulsive Bitter trying to reach it. 3 lengths Fairy Bower. With 150 metres to go, 'Tis the Season, about a head in front of Impulsive Bitter. 2.5 Fairy Bower. Impulsive Bitter slowly but surely gaining the upper hand in the last 100 metres, and Impulsive Bitter gets up to win by about a head. Impulsive Bitter's beaten 'Tis the Season, and 3 lengths Fairy Bower third, Lady Lindblom fourth, then Mary Laughter, Regular Planet, and back behind those was Never Jane, Brewer Lass and Frosty Dancer. We await placings on the select handicap. Impulsive Bitter coming home the best on the outside. Just gaining the upper hand over 'Tis the Season in the last few metres, and into the frame it goes. Number 8, Impulsive Bitter, D. Triandafaloo first. Number 9, 'Tis the Season, D. Murphy second, and 4, Fairy Bower, ridden by C. Browl, was third. 8, 9 and 4. Fourth to Lady Lindblom, and fifth in was Mary Laughter, and the time 1:53.6. 1,600 metres the journey. Light goes on. They're off, and they've jumped away to a pretty good sort of a start. Just after the jump, Lord Noosa and Prince Orminium Bushwood near the tail end. Fame the Spur jumped out well. Crown Velvet, Pradnapper up there with Wild Sting heading them all off. Veljon not too far away. And Sonic Zoom getting back to about the middle of the field with Port of Biscay on its outside. When they race up on top of the hill, Pradnapper's gone to the lead now, 1,200 to go. Leading about 1.25 lengths to Wild Sting. Veljon a length away third. Fame the Spur is fourth, the inside of Ben's Imperial. Next in the field then Crown Velvet, followed by State Bank. We did on the rails Port of Biscay, Sonic Zoom, Malted Grain, and then Prince Orminium. They're going along pretty hard in this. Next, We Are the World being followed 2 lengths to Bushwood, and Lord Noosa would be about 25 lengths from the leader, which is Pradnapper trying to lead all the way. He's broken them up and led by about 4 lengths now to Wild Sting at the 800. 2 lengths to Veljon. Further back, Fame the Spur, the inside of Ben's Imperial, Port of Biscay running on. Then came State Banquet, followed then by Crown Velvet, hard ridden on the inside, passed by Ben's Imperial and Prince Orminium. Then Sonic Zoom, who's well back, followed by We Are the World, Bushwood and Lord Noosa. Pradnapper 450 to go, led 3/4. They're coming at him now. Veljon and Port of Biscay round the outside running on. Wild Sting dropping out of it. Ben's Imperial and State Banquet hooked to the outside before the turn, and further back is Fame the Spur. They're homeward bound now. Port of Biscay, Pradnapper turn together about 1.5 lengths or 2 clear from State Banquet. Veljon, Wild Sting, Fame the Spur, Prince Orminium at the 200. Pradnapper about a head in front. He's doing a little bit better than Port of Biscay. Fame the Spur hooked to the inside, then Prince Orminium. Pradnapper about a head in front. He's pulling out plenty. Port of Biscay can't reach him. Pradnapper all the way. Pradnapper's won at about a long head to either Port of Biscay or Prince Orminium, in a photo for the Miners. In behind them, Fame the Spur, and they were followed by Malted Grain and Crown Velvet. Back behind those, Ben's Imperial, Sonic Zoom, Bushwood, Wild Sting, Valjean, State Banquet, and back behind those to finish, We Are the World and Lord Noosa last all the way. Settling down. There's the light racing. And they've jumped away to a reasonably good sort of a start too. And one of the first out, Great Tribute, tackled immediately by Black Charleston going to the front, and Black Charleston led Kalahari into second. Go Timmy going up very quickly on the outside with Celtic Air. Great Tribute dropping in on the rails behind them, followed by Nakajima, LaFran, and then Dial Tone. Stable Gossip, Gay Petita back about fourth last, followed then by Abstraction, Looks Great, and Sir Fawn. When they settle fully now and racing up past the 1400 metre mark, and the leader is Black Charleston, about a length and a half clear from Go Timmy, and on the rails is Kalahari, a length and a quarter behind those. Great Tribute fourth. He's followed by Celtic Air, LaFran the fence, 2 lengths Nakajima, Dial Tone behind it on the rails, and then Stable Gossip the outside, 2 lengths Abstraction, Gay Petita. Back behind it about 3/4 away, Looks Great, and 4 lengths to Sir Fawn. 1100 to go, Black Charleston by 2 lengths to Go Timmy. Great Tribute moving to third on the rails. Behind those is Kalahari, and then 2 lengths further back in the field, LaFran on the inside of Celtic Air, 1 1/4 Nakajima, Dial Tone, Stable Gossip a little worse than midfield, then Abstraction, Gay Petita, and back behind those is Looks Great, and about 6 or 8 lengths now to Sir Fawn. They've passed the 800. Black Charleston about a neck in front. Go Timmy goes up and joins him. Great Tribute the outside, a length away third, and then Kalahari. Abstraction making a long run round the outside, followed by Celtic Air, hard ridden. Gay Petita starting to run into it from a long way back, and Looks Great coming round the outside. Next is Stable Gossip, well back, followed by LaFran, and Dial Tone is hard ridden before the home turn. He's back about third last from Nakajima, and Sir Fawn has tailed off. Go Timmy hit the lead round the bend, straightened up about 2 lengths in front with Gay Petita and Abstraction running on. Then Kalahari, Black Charleston is done with 200 to go, and Go Timmy 2 lengths in front of Kalahari. Gay Petita struggling on, and further back as Looks Great. It's Go Timmy in front with 100 metres to go. He's answering the whip strongly, Timmy, and Go Timmy's going to win the Easter Cup. Go Timmy wins it by a length and a half. Kalahari. Dial Tone flashed up on the inside. I think he's run third in front of Looks Great, LaFran and Abstraction, and they're followed by Great Tribute. Gay Petita dropped out of it in the run home, Nakajima. Next in was Stable Gossip, and they were followed by Celtic Air, Sir Fawn, and Black Charleston finishing towards the rear. There's the light. They're away. High Bailiff jumped out with them towards the inside with Parenthesis, and Cold Hearted jumped out nicely. Quintet going out fast looking for the lead. Asher Star on the outside, and then Brilliant Invasion, and back behind those when they settle down Bicentenary, Stronghold Bow, and Black Midger. When they climb up the hill now, and Asher Star's gone to the lead. Up near the 1200 metre mark, he gets clear by about a length and a half now to Brilliant Invasion moving up to second. Quintet on the rails third, and then Parenthesis a length further back fourth. About a length and a half behind those is High Bailiff centre field on the rails. Cold Hearted he's outside, and then one Bicentenary following the favourite. 2 lengths behind those horses, Stronghold Bow and Black Midger. 1,000 metres to go. Asher Star the leader by 2 lengths to Quintet. 3/4 Brilliant Invasion. 2 lengths Parenthesis. Then High Bailiff, who's off the fence now. Bicentenary on the rails. Cold Hearted behind High Bailiff, and then Black Midger and Stronghold Bow. 700 to go. Asher Star the leader. He's done it all his own way in front, leading by a length Brilliant Invasion. Quintet over on the rails is third, and Black Midger and High Bailiff making runs round the outside. Parenthesis held up behind them. Then Bicentenary, and they're being followed then by Cold Hearted, who's dropped back to be second last, and Stronghold Bow. Asher Star the leader before the turn. 400 to go. A length and a quarter clear from Brilliant Invasion. On the rails, Quintet. High Bailiff under the whip, called on for his run, running on to the outside, and then Bicentenary in the straight. Asher Star the leader from Quintet the rails, and then Brilliant Invasion. High Bailiff under the whip, still about a length and a half behind the leader, which is Asher Star. Now he's finishing the better. High Bailiff on the outside, answering the whip. He's put his nose in front of Asher Star and draws away now, and High Bailiff goes on to win by a length and a quarter to Asher Star. Third is Brilliant Invasion. Parenthesis has got out for fourth. Quintet tiring badly to fifth. Then Cold Hearted, Bicentenary. Behind him Black Midger, and Stronghold Bow was last. Now Scarville are ready, and they're set to go. There's the light. Racing. Tristram a little slow near the outside. Classman not the best away. Lord Scotia looked to be a little slow on the inside, and Star came up again very quickly. Plush Embassy's driving through fast with Prismatic Star, and they're the two leaders now. Settling down, Plush Embassy about a neck in front of Prismatic Star with 800 to go. 2 lengths back in third placing Western Sovereign. On the outside of him then is moving up Princely Heart, and there followed by Star came a Classman, Disputed Pearl, and then came Confucius Flyer on the rails, and about 3 lengths behind those Lord Scotia, who's well back in the field. In company with it is Scarvilla, and when they swept towards the home turn, Tristram one of the last. Prismatic Star moved up to Plush Embassy. Princely Heart on the outside of those. Western Sovereign waiting for a run when they sweep round the turn. Star came and pulled out wide, then Disputed Pearl, Classman in the straight down to the 200. Prismatic Star went to the lead. Western Sovereign trying to squeeze through along the inside. Princely Heart down the outside now with 100 metres to go. Western Sovereign hit the front. Princely Heart on the outside trying to reach him now. Princely Heart moving up with Western Sovereign fighting it out strongly. Western Sovereign hands and heels, and he's won it. Western Sovereign has won it from Princely Heart by about a head. Prismatic Star weakening into third placing just ahead of Disputed Pearl, and then Lord Scotia, which ran home fairly well down the outside. Behind those to finish was Plush Embassy, followed by Confucius Flyer, and they were followed in by Scarvilla, and back behind those was Classman and Star Kamer and Tristram towards the rear. Final event of the day. Starter has them, there's the light. And they're racing. Bayo jumped okay near the outside, and Cindy's Delight jumped away nicely. Vain Valeric showing pace. Rocket Sharp Play just behind them with Retest. Manatea getting back in the field, back about third or fourth last when they settle down now. Vain Valeric after 200 is the leader, about a length in front of Cindy's Delight, and Martini Wonder over on the outside. Rockets just behind them. With the rails there is Retest, and they're being followed by Sharp Play in the centre, and back behind those is Manatea about centre field now. She's followed by Galloway Star, Bayside Princess and Mighty Diamond in that bunch. One further back is Long Cell, and Bayo's last of all. 500 left to go, and Vain Valeric the leader, about a half a length in front of Rockets. Cindy's Delight 3 wide, and then Martini Wonder wider still. Retest going all right behind the leader, waiting for a run. Bayside Princess is next from Sharp Play. She needs a run badly when they enter the straight, and next is Manatea, well bunched round the turn. Vain Valeric is the leader now. Retest can go up on the rails. Further out as Rockets, and Sharp Play into the clear from Martini Wonder. Vain Valeric still in front though, down to the 100 metre mark. Kicked about 2 lengths. Sharp Play, Martini Wonder. Vain Valeric in front, nearing the line. Manatea's out late, but Vain Valeric clear, and Vain Valeric gets the money. I'd say Martini Wonder's run second and nose in front of Manatea. Then Bayside Princess, Sharp Play. Back behind those to finish then was Retest, didn't quite come on with it from Mighty Diamond, and then Rockets. Behind those was Cindy's Delight, Galloway Star, and Bayo towards the rear with Long Cell last.
Set to run.